Leeds International School, Primary 5, Second Term, ENV, Unit 13, The Power of Air. What is air? We cannot live without air. All living beings need to breathe. The presence of air on Earth, along with water and sunlight, has made life possible on Earth. So as a human being, we cannot live without air. So all human beings need to breathe. So the presence of air on the Earth with water and sunlight, so it has made human for possible life on the Earth. Air forms an invisible layer of gases around Earth's surface. So air, it forms an invisible, it is not visible, it forms around the Earth's surface. This layer is called atmosphere. We call this layer atmosphere. We can feel the presence of the air around us. We can feel that the air presents around us. Air is a mixture of different types of gases. So in this air we can find different types of gases. It contains of nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide and some other gases in small quantities. So in these types it includes nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide and some other gases in small quantities. Importance of air. We have windows in our houses to let in fresh air to keep us healthy and cool. Living in stuffy conditions with no fresh air can make us sick. So we have windows in our houses. So why do we have these windows? By these windows we can get fresh air. So by getting this fresh air, it keeps us healthy and cool. So living in stuffy, very hot condition place, so we can't get the fresh air and it makes us sick. Moving air is called wind. When the air moves, we call it wind. Wind is useful to us in many ways. So we can get these things. I have mentioned 3 points. These 3 points are useful of the wind. It helps to dry clothes in our clothes line. So by using this wind, we can dry our clothes. We blow into our hot cups of beverages to cool them. So when we get a hot cup of tea, what we do, we just blow on it. So we can get them cooled down. We blow dry wet air. So we blow for the dry wet air, so to get it dry very quickly. We use fans to stir up the still air. This helps to create a wind that makes things cool. So we use fan. So we can use these types of fan to make the things cool. Table fan, hand fan, a ceiling fan. Right. Next one. People use bellows to stir up fire. Bellows are used by blacksmiths and ironsmiths to increase the temperature of the fire quickly. So by using these bellows, you can increase the temperature of the fire very quickly. So these bellows are used by blacksmiths and ironsmiths. We fill air into objects such as tires, balloons and air pillows. So we fill air. So when there is a patch in the tires, we can fill the air. So for balloons, during the celebration, we fill the balloons with air, and air pillows. So we fill the air to these pillows. So by using air, you can fill air into the objects. Air helps to move sailboats and aircrafts travel in air. So by using this air, we can move sailboats and aircraft to travel in the air. You can move things by blowing a gust of wind on them. Have you seen a stormy wind carries things? Watch this girl moves a pieces of paper by blowing on them. So by blowing the wind, we can move the things here and there. So have you just noticed when there is a storm, this wind, it carries the things? Right. Now look at this picture. This little girl, she blows into pieces of paper, then it blows here and there. Sound travels through air. If there is no air, we will not able to hear each other speak. So sound, it travels through the air. So if there is no air, we won't be able to hear any speech what others speak. Blowing air through the flutes and other wind instruments creates music. So there are some wind instruments, flutes, trumpets. So these are the instruments which creates music by using the wind. A vacuum cleaner sucks the dirt particles with the help of the air to clean the dirty areas. So a vacuum cleaner, it sucks the dirt by using the wind with the air and to clean a dirty place. When you stuck to a straw, the air rises through the straw along with the liquid. When you suck the straw, the air rises through the straw with the liquid. When you pump a hand pump, water rises along with the water underground. So when you pump, so can you see that picture? The little boy, he is pumping the water. So when you pump, the water rises with the air. The water rises with the air in the underground. Inflatable swim tubes to begin to learn swimming. So we use these swimming tubes to begin and to learn swimming. We use life jackets to help us float water or air. So we use the life jacket to help us float or sink in the water. Life jackets and swim tube fill with air and expand. They help us to keep us afloat. So we can fill this life jacket and swim tube by using air and it gets expanded. We use principles of movement of air in many of the games we play. So we use this air in the movement of many games that we play. Wind energy. One of the best uses of the force of wind is generation of electricity. So by using the wind, we can generate the electricity. Windmills have long blades that turn when there is a strong wind. So when there is a strong wind in windmill, you can find these long blades. It turns when there is a strong wind, thus helping to create wind energy. When it rotates, it creates a wind energy. When electricity is generated from coal or petroleum, it uses up these natural resources. So when electricity is generated from coal or petroleum, it uses these natural resources, that means the wind. But wind and sun can be used endlessly to generate electricity. Wind and sun, endlessly, we can use it to generate electricity. They are called renewable resources. We can use it again and again. That is resources which can be used constantly. Resources we can use constantly. Wind energy is gradually becoming an important and popular source of energy. This wind energy is becoming very popular and very important source of energy. Air pollution. One of the biggest problems faced by all countries today is air pollution. So this is the biggest problem that we all face, air pollution. Pollution means making something impure. Pollution means making something very unclean and impure. When we pollute air, we poison it. When we pollute, the air becomes poison. We disturb the balance of gases that form air. So it disturbs the balance of the gases formed in the air. Causes of pollution. Air pollution is mostly caused by human activities. So air pollution is caused mostly by human activities. Let us see which of the activities cause pollution. Now let's see what are the activities that cause pollution. The biggest cause of pollution is the emission of gases from motor vehicles. As the number of vehicles increases, the emission also increases and so does pollution. So what happens? The motor vehicle air, it pollutes the air. When the number of vehicles increases, the emission, that means the pollution, also increases. Factories emit smoke and other poisonous gases into the atmosphere. The factories, the next major effect. The factories, it emits smoke and other poisonous gas to the atmosphere. Even in this slide, you can see the picture that a factory, it emits the gases, the poisonous gases to the atmosphere. Use of too many plastic and electronic products also lead to air pollution. Using too many plastic an electronic product, it leads to the air pollution. When we discard this product, they are thrown into junkyards and they are decomposed slowly, releasing poisonous gases into air. So what happens when we discard, when we throw these plastic and electronic products, what happens? They are thrown into a very big yard, very big land, and they are decomposed. So they get decomposed very slowly, this plastic and electronic. So what they do, they release poisonous gases into the air, which pollutes the air. Effects of pollution. Pollution harms all of us. It harms all of us. Polluted air affects the lungs and causes breathing problems such as asthma. So this polluted air, it affects the lungs and causes breathing problems. Polluted air leads to skin diseases and giving rise to the kinds of allergies. So this pollution air, it gives skin diseases, okay, and it kind of allergy. It is therefore important to take steps to control pollution and keep air fresh. So what we have to do, we have to keep our air very fresh, and we should not pollute the air. Prevention. The following steps can be taken to control air pollution. Now we look at the prevention. How can we control this air pollution? At once we can't stop the air pollution, but we can stop it step by step. Keep your vehicle in good condition to reduce or stop emission of gas. So you can keep your vehicles in a good condition. You can check the smoke, like that. You can check everything and you can keep it in a good condition. Use vehicles frankly. Walk when you can, or use public transport where many can travel in one vehicle. So you can use the usage of your own vehicle. If it is the walking distance, you can walk, or you can use the public transport so everyone can travel in one vehicle. Plant more trees. They take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen, thus purifying the air. So you can plant more trees. You can plant more trees. What happens? They take in the carbon dioxide and give out the oxygen in the air. Keep factories away from residential areas so that air around us is pure. So we have to keep the factories in a very rural area. Then what happens? The air around us will be very pure. Thank you, and God bless you, my kids.